Good morning, everyone. Today is March 16th, 2026. This is the time set for the Profit Connect investor call. Don't have a real long agenda today, but I do want to give you some updates that I think that you will be pleased with. Again, just a quick note, anything I say in this call should not be construed as legal or accounting advice. If you have specific legal questions or accounting questions, we do recommend that you reach out to competent counsel to discuss those issues. So with that being said, I do want to get on. We did get a few questions from various different people. And before I go through that, I am actually going to just kind of give a general update to the case. We have been working diligently on litigation related matters. In the last few months, we have collected settlements from both Bank of America as well as Dale Hayes and his in the attorney litigation there. And so we think that we've now collected enough money where we can do a second interim distribution. We are working through those numbers and going to make a decision on that very shortly. But I do believe that it's possible we could get a distribution out likely sometime in the month of April. I don't yet know the total dollar amount, but once that information becomes available, we will go ahead and post that so everybody will have that available to them. Outside of that, we are just currently working on litigation-related matters with third parties, both promoters and winning investors, and are anticipating that to continue for some months going forward. We do hope that we might be able to get this case closed in 2026, but we don't yet know if that's possible. That is our goal, but there's some things in litigation that are outside of our control, so we will see how long that takes. With that being said, I do want to get into the investor questions that we've received. The first one is, I've received an email from Victim Notification Services with the United States Department of Justice regarding case number 2025R00384. Can you explain what this is and whether or not it is a scam phone call or email? So that email is a legitimate email that went out. That is in regards to Brent Kovar's trial, which is coming up in a couple months now. I believe it is currently scheduled for starting on May 12th. So if you have received that email or phone call and you would like to participate in that, that is a legitimate request, and you're welcome to reach out and get involved that way. If you have questions specifically on that, I do recommend you reach out to the person who contacted you. But if you have a case-specific question, we are always happy to talk through those as well. Next question is, what have you done or are you doing to recover commissions that the salesman got paid? So that is part of our current litigation that we are doing right now. We are working on collecting back those commissions and have filed lawsuits in order to do so. And those lawsuits are currently in various different states of completion, and we are working diligently to push through them and get them done. Next question is related to distributions. I signed paperwork to accept payout. When do you anticipate that will happen? As I stated, we've already done the first distribution last year, and we do anticipate another distribution potentially happening in the next 30 to 45 days. We don't yet have the exact dollar amount or the timing on that, but that is something that we are working through. After the announcement of the B of A settlement, are you projecting something a little closer to the first of the year for distribution? As I said, we do try to get money out when it makes sense. Since we've collected both the Bank of America and the Hayes settlement money, I do think it makes sense to do a distribution, so we are working towards that right now. If that is the case, then we do anticipate there will be a final and third distribution that is done after the litigation is wrapped up. Next question is, what can I expect to receive in total or percentage-wise? Again, that's not yet known because we don't know the success of all the litigation, and that will affect the total payout. But we will continue to update you as information becomes available on that. And the final question I have is, will I be able to receive a write-off loss certificate that I can provide to my CPA? So once all final distributions are done, you will receive information on the total amount you received in your distribution versus the total amount that you were owed based on the amount of your allowed claim. And then that information can be provided to a CPA in order to file for that loss. But of course, since we don't yet know the percentage, that information is not yet available. But I do recommend you reach out to a competent CPA to see what your options are in that area. Those are the only questions. Those are the only 6 questions that we received for this call. Again, I'm excited in the fact that I think we are going to be able to get a distribution out in April, and look forward to doing that. If you guys have any questions, I do recommend you reach out to us. Easiest way is via email, and that email address is contact@profitconnect-receivership.com. Again, that's contact@profitconnectreceivership.com, or you can call us at area code 503-980-3711. Again, that's 503-980-3711. And finally, the last way you can reach out to us is at the receivership website, where you can register if you have not already, in order to receive emails when information is updated, as well as reviewing any of the previous pleadings or other things that have been put on the website. And that website address is profitconnect-receivership.com. Again, that's profitconnectreceivership.com. It doesn't appear that we've received any questions in the chat window. We did post the contact information in that window, so I'll ask that we leave that up for a couple minutes so you can access that. But seeing no other questions, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I do appreciate you guys allowing us to give you this update and for attending the call. And please do reach out if you have any specific questions. Thank you.